Hey, so a big part of communicating in English is being able to express how you feel in different situations. Now, expressing your feelings is a big part of building genuine connections and genuine relationships with people. And instead of simply saying, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm not great, there are lots of very common and very useful expressions in English that you can use to share or explain how you are feeling. So today we are looking at 8 super common idioms or expressions that you can use to describe how you are feeling in lots of different situations. So let's get started. Okay, so our first expression is to have mixed feelings about someone or something. Now, this is pretty easy to understand. It is quite a literal expression. If you have mixed feelings, it means that you are experiencing conflicting or opposite or different feelings at the same time. So you're not only feeling happy, or you're not only feeling sad, or you're not only feeling angry, you're maybe experiencing positive and negative feelings at the same time. So for example, I have mixed feelings about the new job in San Francisco because on one hand, I'm super excited about the opportunity, but on the other hand, I'm really nervous and sad about leaving my family. So I have mixed feelings. Now in this example, maybe you've gotten a job offer in a new city or in a new country. And of course, that's very exciting, but you also have to leave behind your family, your friends, and your home. So this is a situation where you might have mixed feelings. So I myself have traveled quite a lot and lived in quite a few different countries. I've taught English in China, Afghanistan, Brazil, Thailand, the UK, here in the UAE, and of course Canada, my home country. And I love traveling, I love teaching, I love meeting new people and having all these amazing experiences. But I do have mixed feelings when it comes to leaving home and leaving my family. So this example is true for me. One more example of having mixed feelings. Let's say that you were in a relationship, a romantic relationship or a marriage, and the relationship was not going well. Maybe it became very unhealthy. And eventually you end the relationship and you could say, I have mixed feelings about ending my relationship. On one hand, I'm relieved. I'm happy that I get to start fresh. But of course, on the other hand, I am still very hurt and upset. All right. So again, mixed feelings just means that you are experiencing different feelings or opposite or conflicting feelings at the same time. All right. So try to think of some examples as we are going through this lesson for yourself. Try to think about a time when you had mixed feelings. If you are comfortable sharing, please leave your examples and your real life experiences and situations for us down below in the comments. Okay, our next idiom is to be on edge. Now, if you are on edge, here we use the verb to be, okay? So she is on edge, I am on edge, we are on edge, and so on, all right? Verb to be, on edge. So if you are on edge, it means that you are tense, you are stressed, you are worried, you are basically not calm and not relaxed. So for example, all of the employees have been on edge since they heard rumors about the change in management. So I want you to imagine this example for a minute. Imagine that within your company, you've heard that there's going to be new management or a change in management. It's natural to feel a little bit worried or stressed because sometimes when a company changes management, a lot of people lose their job, the company is restructured, and so on. So it's natural for people to feel a little bit on edge, all right? Another example, the students are always on edge when they have exams coming up. The students are always on edge right before exams. Okay, so they're a little bit tense, a little stressed, not relaxed. All right, one more example. I hate going over to his place because it seems like he's always on edge about something. Now, this example could be referring to a neighbor, a family member, a friend, an acquaintance, anyone who is basically always tense, always stressed. And when you're around them, it kind of rubs off on you. It kind of influences your mood negatively, all right? So again, to be on edge just means to be tense, to feel stressed, and you can use this in any situation. Next, we have to be under the weather or to feel under the weather. Now, this idiom is actually talking about how you feel physically. If you are under the weather, if you feel under the weather, it means that you feel a little bit sick or a little bit ill, again, physically, all right? So our first two idioms, we're talking about your emotional state, but if you're under the weather, it means maybe you have a cold, maybe you feel like you're getting a fever, all right? Maybe you're just tired. So for example, imagine you are invited to a party or an event and you're not really feeling very well. You can say, I wish I could make it, or I would love to come, but I am a little under the weather, or I'm feeling a little under the weather, okay? Or you could say, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to have to skip this one, okay? I'm a little under the weather, so I'm gonna have to skip this one, but I will come next time, or hopefully I can make it next time, all right? So this one is really easy to use whenever you're feeling a little bit sick or tired or exhausted, or if you're coming down with a cold. We also say this when you're starting to get sick. You can say, I'm coming down with a cold, or I'm a little bit under the weather. Okay, number 4 is when something or someone makes your blood boil, all right? When something or someone makes your blood boil. This means that something or someone has made you very, very angry, extremely angry. So it's not that you're a little bit annoyed, it's that you are super angry, all right? And this one is really, really easy to use. You can use it instead of it makes me angry or she makes me angry. For example, I can't stand my boss. He makes my blood boil. He makes me so angry, all right? So it's really easy to use, okay? Again, you can use it to talk about people or about situations, okay? So another example. People who steal your parking spot when you're just about to park make my blood boil, okay? So it doesn't have to be a specific person. It can be the behavior or actions of people or a situation in general. Or, of course, it can be a specific person who makes your blood boil, all right? You can say this directly to someone. You are making my blood boil. That is quite direct. So you can say that in the middle of an argument or a fight with someone you are close to, all right? Don't say it, of course, to your colleagues or to your boss. Even if they do make your blood boil, I don't recommend telling them directly, but it's super easy to use when you are telling a story to your friends or family, maybe about someone who makes your blood boil, or if you are really angry, you can say it directly to someone. Next, we have to be bored to death, all right? So verb to be bored to death. And this just means you feel extremely bored, all right? So for example, I was bored to death during the seminar. I was bored to death during the seminar, okay? Or let's say if someone sends you a message and they say, what's up, how's it going, how's your day? And you say, I'm bored to death. It just means I'm super, super bored, all right? So instead of saying I am bored, you can just say I'm bored to death. Next, we have to be out of your element or to feel out of your element. So these have the same meaning. You can either say I am out of my element or I feel out of my element, whichever one is easier for you to remember, all right? So verb to be, out of your element, or I feel out of my element. And this just means that you feel uncomfortable or you are uncomfortable in a certain situation, okay? It can be for any reason. Usually it's if you're in a new situation or if it's something out of your comfort zone or you're in a situation that you're not used to, you can say, I am out of my element, all right? So for example, imagine that you don't really know how to dance and your friend invites you to attend a dance class with her. And you go to the dance class and you're super uncomfortable. And afterwards she says, so what did you think? Did you like it? You can say, honestly, I was a bit out of my element, okay? Or I felt out of my element. So I was uncomfortable, all right? Another example, if you move to a new country or a new city and maybe you are not familiar with the culture or you don't really speak the language just yet, you might feel out of your element, all right? So for example, my very first teaching job overseas was in China. And when I arrived, I was super excited at first, but once I got over the initial excitement, I did feel a little bit out of my element because of course the culture was very new and the language was very new. So I was a little bit out of my element, all right? So again, if you feel out of your element or if you are out of your element, it just means that you feel kind of uncomfortable in a situation. It's new for you. You're out of your comfort zone, all right? So I'm really curious to hear about a time when you were out of your element, when you felt out of your element. And what did you do? How did you handle the situation, all right? Please let me know. I really do love hearing about experiences that people have and how they learn and grow from those experiences, all right? So let us know about a time when you felt out of your element. Okay, so I know that these first 6 idioms can be used in situations that you are a little unhappy, a little uncomfortable, basically not the most positive of situations. So the next 2 idioms are for when you are feeling a lot more positive, all right? And number 7 is to be on cloud 9, all right? To be on cloud 9. So if you are on cloud 9, it means you are super excited or happy. You just feel amazing. You just feel amazing, okay? And it can be for any reason. So for example, she was on cloud 9 when she heard about her promotion. She was on cloud 9, super excited, feeling amazing about herself when she received her promotion, all right? Another example, let's say you attend a friend's wedding and they look super, super happy on their wedding day. You can say they look like they're on cloud 9, all right? They look like they're on cloud 9. Now, this one is also easy for you to use when you receive great news, when you're feeling amazing and someone says, how do you feel? You can say, I am on cloud 9. I feel amazing, all right? So this is a nice one when you're super excited, something is going the way that you want, and you just feel great. You can say you're on cloud 9. And idiom number 8 is to be on top of the world. Now, if you are on top of the world, it means that you're extremely happy and you feel like you have reached the peak or the top level of success, either professionally or personally, all right? So for example, he was on top of the world when he won an award for best actor. He was on top of the world when he won an award for best actor. So he felt like he had reached the peak or the top of his success. The peak is actually the point on the top of a mountain, but we use this to say basically the highest level of something. So the peak of your success is the highest level of your success, all right? Another example, she got her dream job straight out of university and she was on top of the world, all right? She got her dream job straight out of university. So straight out of university means immediately after she graduated, okay? And she was on top of the world. So to be on top of the world again, it just means you feel super happy. You feel that you've achieved the success that you wanted to or your peak level of success. So these 8 idioms are super common and very conversational. So do try to use them in your conversations. And when you use idioms, they help you speak and sound more natural, all right? It is, however, important that if you do use idioms in your conversations, that you are using them correctly. So if you're not sure if you fully understood an expression or an idiom, I suggest just looking it up and double checking online to make sure that you've really gotten it right. And then when you do use them, you are going to sound more natural, and ultimately you're going to be more confident because you are speaking more naturally in your conversations, all right? As well, don't forget to grab your free ebook, English Conversations Made Simple. I've written this book to help you level up and improve your English conversation skills. It is absolutely free. You can get it in the link just below this video, okay? And if you have any questions about these expressions, or if you know other common idioms to express your emotions in English, do share those in the comments as well, all right? Thank you so very much for watching and for learning with me, and I will see you very soon in the next lesson.